I was around 20 when this happened. I'd come home for the holidays after spending some time away at college. That's when Eric, a close friend from high school, reached out first. "Hey, you free this weekend? Let's grab a drink. It's been too long." Eric had been one of my closest friends back then. We hadn't kept in touch much after graduation, but I still thought about the times we'd spent together. We met at a small old bar. The neon sign outside flickered dimly. The air inside was thick with the smell of damp wood, and the vibe hadn't changed at all. We clinked our glasses and talked about college, relationships, and eventually, we got to ghost stories. "Hey, you remember Ridgeway Road? That road they used to say was haunted when we were kids?" I laughed. "Probably just something kids made up to scare each other. It's just a country road." That's when an old man at the next table, who'd been nursing his drink quietly, suddenly muttered, "It's not just a country road." We paused. Eric glanced over and replied, "Maybe it's one of those stories adults make up to keep kids from wandering at night." The old man shook his head. "Believe what you want, but that road didn't get its name for nothing." His tone was sharp, and it left a strange taste in our mouths. When we stepped outside, Eric chuckled. "Let's go tonight." That old guy just made me even more curious. I hesitated, but ended up getting in the car. I'll admit I wasn't too smart back then. I'd had a few drinks, but I still got behind the wheel. That night we took Eric's car and headed toward Ridgeway Road. The road got dark fast. A forest path with no streetlights, late autumn air cold against the windshield. The radio kept cutting in and out, filled with static. Just as I was trying to joke my way through the tension, Eric slowed the car. "Hey, is that a person?" Up ahead, just barely in the headlights, was a figure walking along the far right side of the road. He wore a worn-out coat and kept his head bowed, stepping steadily over the scattered leaves. It didn't make sense, no lights anywhere, and yet here was someone walking alone at this hour. Eric asked, "Should we give him a ride?" "No, just keep going," I said. Something about him gave me a chill. We drove past slowly, but a few minutes later we saw him again. Same coat, same bowed head, same gait. It looked exactly like the man we'd just passed. Eric's voice lowered. "That's the same guy, right? Or is it just someone who looks exactly like him? I mean, what are the odds?" I couldn't answer. Then Eric muttered, "Let's just turn around, get out of here." We turned the car and drove back in the opposite direction. But not long after that, we saw him again. This time, too, he was walking on the right side of the road, same as before, but that made no sense. If we'd turned around, he should have been walking the other way, on the opposite side. But there he was, still on the right. We sped past him again. Eventually, one of us got out to look for any exit, any path into the woods, or even a turnoff, but the forest was too thick. The headlights lit up only trees, no signs, no side roads, no escape. So we decided, just keep going. This road had to loop back eventually, right? But it didn't. Same trees, same shadows, same unmarked asphalt. It was like the scenery was stuck on repeat. The radio gave up completely, just static now. Then, suddenly a shape appeared ahead. We slammed the brakes. The car jolted to a stop. It was him. This time he was standing right in the middle of the road, facing us, head down, arms hanging. And even though our headlights were right on him, he didn't cast a shadow. His face, there was nothing there. We froze, completely still, eyes locked on him. Eric muttered something under his breath and hit the horn, but the man didn't move. "Let's just go," I whispered. Eric nodded and slowly reached for the wheel. That's when he ran, straight toward us. We both flinched. I threw my arms up, expecting him to crash into us, but nothing happened. Just silence. We sat frozen, staring ahead. "What was that?" Eric whispered. "Next time, if we see him again, just hit him. No hesitation." Eric nodded, but then he caught something in the rearview mirror. He screamed. I turned. He was in the back seat, Same coat, same position. Head bowed, hands resting quietly on his knees. I can't even describe how terrifying it was. Even now, my hands are shaking just writing this. That was the last thing I remember. Next thing I knew, it was morning. Sunlight was coming through the trees. The car was parked at the beginning of Ridgeway Road, as if nothing had happened. Eric was still beside me, sleeping, or maybe he had passed out like I did. I woke him up. He groaned and rubbed his eyes. What the? Did we sleep here all night? He looked around, puzzled. Do you remember anything? I asked. He blinked. I think we were just tired, right? We pulled over and rested. He didn't remember anything. He turned the key and the car started, but the gas light came on. Eric frowned. That's weird. We had plenty last night. We drove off. And somehow, the endless road from last night, it ended in under 10 minutes. Just like that. For days I tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was the alcohol, maybe I dreamed it all. Eric didn't remember anything, so I let it go. Then, Eric called. Hey, didn't you say someone ran at our car that night? Do you still remember that? I was cleaning the back seat today and found some dead leaves, and there were footprints. Weird ones. We haven't had anyone back there in years. A chill went down my spine. I didn't say anything else. I just hung up. Eric still thinks we just fell asleep in the car that night, so that's what I tell people too. Just a bad dream. Just exhaustion. Just nothing. But I know what I saw. The leaves, the empty tank. They were real. And since that night, I've never taken Ridgeway Road again.